What's up? What's happening, folks? Welcome back to the channel Sports, Life, and Politics TV. Today is December 1st. I'm Samuel Koppel. I'm here for the news. Now, I've been gone for a minute. I apologize, but I will be back, making at least 2 to 3 videos a week. And there have been several things that have transpired over the past 8 days since I've been gone. Well, Lebron James, Kanye West, they have a new Democratic leader in the House now. Kanye West came out and said Chris Paul slept with Kim Kardashian. A lot of things happening. But the first thing I want to go over is LeBron James on Jerry Jones. 1957 desegregation photo. Now, they have a picture of Jerry Jones, as you can see right here in the middle. 14 years old, standing in the way of black students coming into their school. Now, am I shocked that Jerry Jones was in this photo in Arkansas in 1957? Absolutely not. Jerry Jones has made a lot of Negroes millionaires, and Jerry Jones still has a little piece of racism in him, as do all of the NFL owners. I tell Negroes this time and time again, nobody likes us. America is basically a whore. Everybody's getting their money out of the whore but us. Focus on getting your money out of this. Jerry Jones and all these owners make niggas millionaires, and instead of these niggas pooling all their money together and creating their own NFL or own NBA, they steady want to go back and cry to the white man because they don't like him or they don't love him enough. Now, LeBron James, I've spoken on LeBron James several different times. And LeBron James is a part-time activist and a full-time bullshitter. One of the greatest basketball players to ever do it. There's no doubt about that. Better than Michael Jordan? Never. But is he a hell of a basketball player? 100%. But LeBron James tends to speak out on things that the left allows him to do, that the left is comfortable with, that Nike is comfortable with. Now, in the past 2 weeks, there has been a lot of controversy. I'll say 3 weeks with Kyrie Irving. And LeBron James spoke out against Kyrie Irving. He caught a ton of backlash from black people, in particular, black people. They was on his ass like a white on rice paper plate in a snowstorm in the middle of Alaska in December. And along with him, Shaq, Charles Barkley, Stephen A. Smith, and a lot of other people in the media, like, we understand that you don't have to speak up and speak for. My thing was, don't bury a nigga. You just don't, I mean, it's okay not to say nothing. I always say this, you can't work for white people and be a leader for black people. You can't be biracial and be a leader for black people. There's nothing wrong with working for white people. There's nothing wrong with being biracial. You can't have a white wife, or you can't marry outside of your race and to be a leader for black people. There's nothing wrong with if you want to marry outside of your race. Do whatever you want to do. I'm talking specifically about being a leader for black people. There's things that will disqualify you. Nothing wrong with none of those things. I want to make that perfectly clear. Nothing wrong with none of those. But you can't do it. Now, we're going to take a look at a couple clips. First clip, I'm going to go over what LeBron James said. Let's take a look at the interview.
I got one question for you guys before you guys do. I was thinking when I was on my way over there, I was wondering why I haven't gotten a question from you guys about the Jerry Jones photo.
Because they don't care. Jerry Jones is not a Negro. He's very affluent. He makes a lot of money. He's in with the right people. You know why LeBron James didn't ask the question about Jerry Jones. Ridiculous.
But when the Kyrie thing was going on, you guys were quick to ask us questions about that.
Oh, you snake motherfucker. They were quick to ask. Your bitch ass was quick to answer. See, this is the shit I'm talking about. This little flip-flop. I told you there's a difference. You have a weasel. We all got a little weasel in us. But then you have something more insidious, a slick-haired weasel. This nigga's a slick-haired weasel. Did you see how he did that? Keep the video going.
Hold on. And I don't even want you guys to say nothing. When I watch Kyrie talk and he says, I know who I am, but I want to keep the same energy when we're talking about my people and the things that we've been through.
It's too late to keep the same energy. See, these niggas want to flip-flop, belly flop, yellow belly, do everything backwards, and then try to come back around the corner and say it's all good. No, nigga, you had your chance. See, when you in the moment, that's your opportunity. Yes, there's things we look back on, wish we could have did better or said better, but there's certain things and certain key moments when you're a quote-unquote activist, you're a basketball player who has spoken out more than anybody. Now we see what through history and through time, it's only when it's convenient for Nike and the left.
And that Jerry Jones photo is one of those moments that our people, black people, have been through in America. And I feel like this black man, this black athlete, as someone with power and a platform, when we do something wrong or something that people don't agree with, it's on every single tabloid, every single news coverage. It's on the bottom ticker. It's asked about every single day.
And that's why niggas was so upset with you, LeBron. Because you niggas was fucking, what you call that shit? You niggas was jumping on the pile. You was stepping on a drowning man's head. The media was already doing that. They didn't need you niggas. Charles Barkley, Stephen A., Shaquille O'Neal, LeBron James, they didn't need, Kyrie Irving didn't need you niggas stepping on his head at that particular moment. That was their opportunity to speak up and speak for Kyrie at the same time. Hey, I don't agree with everything Kyrie did or said or tweeted, but that's our brother. We got his back. Or say nothing. It's okay to say nothing too. I respect that too. Everybody's not meant to speak out. Most 99.99999% of all these people who are within entertainment in the NBA, they have no leadership qualities when it comes for black people. That don't mean they're not leaders in their house or leaders in their own way. I'm talking about when they start trying to be leaders for the Negro.
But it seems like to me that the whole Jerry Jones situation photo, and I know it was years and years ago and we all make mistakes, I get it. But it seemed like it's just been buried under like, oh, it happened. Okay, we just move on. And I was just kind of disappointed that I haven't received that question from you guys. Appreciate it.
So, this was the most asinine, ass-backwards thing I've seen in a long time when it came to sports interviews. And somebody asking them, he wanted them to ask him a question. This was his opportunity to say what he think about Jerry Jones in the photo. He said nothing. It's borderline unbelievable. He wanted the questions, right? Why y'all didn't ask me about Jerry Jones? Somebody went to get to ask him a question. He cut him off. Cool. I thought he wanted to finish out what he was saying. No, he wanted to make his little statement and get up and leave. He said nothing negative about Jerry Jones. He said nothing negative about the photo. Everything was extremely vague, borderline nonsensical, and went absolutely nowhere and helped absolutely nobody. You have niggas on TV talking about, ooh, LeBron James spoke up and he spoke out and spoke. He didn't say nothing. You tell me what the fuck he just said. Put it in the comments and tell me what the fuck that man just said. He said nothing. Unbelievable. Only on Sports Life and Politics TV. Where we really break down what the fuck somebody just said, especially when what they said mounted up to a hill of beans. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna go on to one more clip with LeBron James because I want to show you how somebody says absolutely nothing. Let's take a look at this.
Jones and Kyrie Irving were covered.
James, who is no fan of the Cowboys owner in the first place, says Jones was given a pass after his explanation about a photo of him as a 14-year-old boy at a desegregation protest.
So do I think Jerry Jones is racist? Well, you probably got a little racism in him still. Motherfucker from Arkansas, he from the South. He probably believe the white man's superior. But I'm pretty sure he has a lot of black players and former black people that's been around him that he has a lot of affinity for and consider friends. And he's made a lot of black men millionaires. That's a fact. He's made more black men millionaires than any of these niggas you see on TV. So, you know, you got to take advantage of the money that's given to you and build together. That's what the Negroes have to quit doing. Quit crying and complaining. Nobody cares. Pool your resources. Make your own NFL. Make your own NBA, LeBron.
James says Jones should have been scrutinized as much as the 30-year-old Brooklyn Nets guard who in October promoted an anti-Semitic film and only apologized for it after refusing to first several times. Fox 4 Sam Gannon has more on James's claims of a double standard tonight. Sam.
Hey Steve, yeah, it was a week ago today that Jerry Jones addressed a photo that was released by the Washington Post showing the Cowboys owner at the age of 14 looking over a group of white students attempting to block 6 black students from entering a high school in Little Rock. After last night's Lakers game, LeBron James, who's spoken out on social issues before, including Kyrie Irving's anti-Semitism controversy, was wondering why he hadn't been asked about the photo, so he decided to bring it up.
I was wondering why I haven't gotten a question from you guys about the Jerry Jones photo.
An anti-Semitic film on Twitter. He did eventually apologize and is back on the court for the Brooklyn Nets. Jones responded to that photo by saying he had no idea what was going to happen on that day, but said that it's an important reminder that he needs
And that white boy with the cigarette in his mouth, he ain't never seen a nigga he like unless he had a football in his hand. Look at that white boy right there with the buzz cut, the cigarette hanging out in front of the young black man's face. And the fucked up part about it is you put them two in a room one-on-one, that nigga tears ass up. But yeah, strength in numbers and strength in unity. That's something the Negro has to learn.
To do better. The message in that Washington Post article was really that Jones has not done enough to put African Americans in positions of power. He's never in his career.
That's laughable. Anytime a motherfucker make you a millionaire, he can't put you in no more position of power. It's up to you to take that money. Jerry Jones took some all money, he flipped it, and then he bought the Cowboys and he turned that shit. I think he turned 40, $50 million into billions. So the Negro can do the same thing. Don't underestimate what we can do too. If Jerry Jones make you a millionaire, you make say 20 million, 30 million, 40 million, right investments, right business, right real estate, right moves at the right time, you can do it too. Shit.
Rear hired a black head coach. Today, Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott was asked about the Jerry photo and LeBron's comments.
That is completely biracial black.
Now, this is how you say absolutely nothing. This is how you say absolutely nothing. Now, Dak Prescott is a biracial kid. Look, if you're half black and half white, that doesn't make you black. I don't know where that shit comes from, but if you mix all in vinegar, it's no longer all. It's no longer vinegar. You got a mixture. If you put water, if you put bleach, and you mix that shit with some common and stir it together, it's no longer bleach. It's no longer common. It's a combination of the two. People always say, "Oh, if you have black and half white, that means you black." No, it doesn't. It means you're biracial. That's a fact. That's not an opinion. That's a fact.
White. It's easy for me to speak on race on one side or another, and I don't always, how do I say this? I don't know if I've fully processed it all the way, honestly. I think whether LeBron's talking about the picture, I mean, I think that's on Jerry to address, right? I mean, in the same sense, it's 65 years ago. And how times have changed. I mean,
this white boy with the cigarette in his mouth is killing me. He look like he wants the shit slapped out of him, don't he? Oh man, they put the Negro in the toughest position, and then you had 3 little Negro boys against a whole mob of white people. Boy, they threw us in some bad shit. How we made it through a lot of that shit is unbeknownst to me. We got a strong race of people. Yeah, we've gotten weaker over the last 20, 30 years, but god damn it, that shit they went through Reconstruction, from slavery to Reconstruction, through the Civil Rights Movement, man, that was some tough shit Negroes had to endure.
The man's resume since then, right? And as I said, I give grace. And I think that's a conversation and question, not only for him, but for you guys and how y'all feel, how accountable y'all been in covering and discussing the disparities and differences in race. It wasn't that long ago that we were all sitting on different sides and that we weren't together. But as I said, I wouldn't be here if it was still that way. So I believe in grace and change. And those are questions for Jerry and for y'all, honestly, that I don't have quite the answers for.
Prescott always thought.
You know, fair use. I'm using these videos for educational purposes in a transformative way. But listen to me, you guys. I don't know what you want Jerry Jones to do. Want some shit from 1957. Is it wrong? Was it wrong? Yeah, at the time, was it wrong for him? Probably not. I mean, and during those times, he was a white boy in Arkansas, man. That shit was racist as hell down there. He was doing what he was seeing. So, is that an excuse? Yeah. You 14, you white, it's possible you might have been out there. You don't know. But we got a strong group of people that survived a lot of shit they put us in. Sending them 3 boys in that fucking school. Why they didn't send half the school over there? Shit. They should have sent 150 black kids over there. Yeah, even up the odds. And see how tough that motherfucker with that cigarette in his mouth is. Motherfucker. Well, we're gonna move on to Kanye West. Kanye West has been in the news for a lot of anti-Semitism and going on rants and yelling about his kids and a lot of things. Do I think Kanye West is crazy? Nah. Do I think a lot of this shit Kanye West is doing is orchestrated? The more I watch it, 100%. Kanye West recently got on TV and said he loves Hitler. Now look, y'all. Saying you love Hitler in today's society is about as ridiculous as it gets. And I've started to notice that he runs with these far-right people. The Alex Joneses and several other people that's from the far right. Kanye West he's extremely confusing, but I think it's all part of his play. Like, this is something that Kanye West has to do. I don't think that this is Kanye West working on his own. I think a lot of this stuff in Kanye West's life is scripted already. So let's take a look at this. I want to go over this video right quick before I go to this one up here. I'm gonna go to this video right here. Kanye West advocates for Adolf Hitler in viral video. Now they have 6 black people on here, and I just want to, fair use. I just want to kind of go over some of the stuff that these guys are saying in this video. Let's take a look.
Kanye West, he's starting to get exhausting. Once was widely considered as one of the most brilliant minds in music.
He still is a brilliant music mind, but he just transcended that into fashion, into social media, into all these different businesses, and so yeah.
Also loved how outspoken he was. Today, they wish he would shut the hell up. And just when you thought he said the wildest thing ever, he continues to up the ante. Check out what he said on an interview with Alex Jones on InfoWars.
Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler. How about that one?
Now, him saying that lets you know, if you believe that Kanye West is that crazy to say that and not realize that this is scripted for TV and this is part of his script to say something that outlandish, you're a fool at this point. Because Who just blurts out on a TV where the whole world can hear, I love Adolf Hitler. He has something. That's like saying you love Jeffrey Dahmer. I mean, it just makes no sense whatsoever. Did the Nazis add things to the world that we still use? Yes. Were they one of the most technologically advanced societies in a short period of time in the history of mankind? There's no doubt about it. That's because they were part of the occult. But to come out and say you love Hitler is ridiculous. It really is. And to say it next to Alex Jones is even more ridiculous. And let you know that it's obviously pre-planned, scripted, premeditated, and all of the above.
Also talked about the Nazis, saying that they are not bad people. Now, my next guest thinks Kanye should seek a form of professional help. Rob G, taking a look at that latest video on InfoWars, your thoughts about that?
Well, I started looking at the whole thing, and look, Kanye has been quite different for quite some time. In some ways, should we even be
Kanye West has always been different. Always.
Surprised is actually the thing. Should we be surprised at some of the things you say? Yes, are some of them vile, disgusting? Every now and again, you know, he says something that makes you think, but then I've just learned at this point in time, yay is going to be yay.
But you know what? Hey, can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
On you, man. You know, somebody needs to take the mic. You know, why keep, pull his coattails about something? Now that's, go back to Michael Jackson, how come he couldn't get help? Elvis Presley, he needed help. In situations like this, man, the man needs help. Give him a couple extra gummies or something.
Have you ever noticed a lot of these musicians completely self-destruct, especially when they make it to like this the super fame? You know what I mean? And Kanye West has made it to that type of fame. I ain't saying he's above Michael Jackson or at where Michael Jackson was at, but he has made to superstar status. And with that fashion and the Yeezys, Kanye West is world renowned of being known and popularity. And man, Kanye West is up there, man. All bullshit aside. And these people tend to self-destruct. But like I said, a lot of these people go into this, and a lot of these people are Luciferians. And then when they get into this shit, a lot of this shit is scripted. Believe it or not.
Something, give them some help. Take the mic away.
I don't think they want to take the mic away because it's good TV. I mean,
see, it's good. It's great TV, great entertainment. You see, we talking about it, they talking about it, has everybody on the internet in a buzz. So it's all part of it. And for the Jewish community, they have something to fight against anti-Semitism. They have actually a poster child to fight anti-Semitism. So yeah, I guess it works for all everybody in around the media, the YouTubers and people who make Snapchats and not Snapchats, but TikToks and all that shit.
That's the sad thing about it. White folks, Alex Jones, Trump, they're trying to get good television, and that's not right. You're damaging us. You're damaging our community. Where they're taking advantage of a black man who needs help, and that's not right, man. And I hate to see that.
Well,
he said it's damaging the black community. That's bullshit. Our damage has been done for a long time, brother. This shit that's happening with Kanye West has no bearing on the Negro whatsoever. It just doesn't. I mean, he can say that, but that's ridiculous.
He said that that Nazis and Hitler invented that said microphone, so it gives him the right to use it.
So,
Man, Hannah, let's hear from you over at the bar. Your thoughts on this? This is just mind-blowing.
I'm a conspiracy theorist. I think he up to something else, y'all. I don't know what his end goal is. It seems like it has to be an end goal. But most certainly, his bipolarism is a huge problem, and I wish somebody could take the mic, but he's a grown man. He has millions of dollars, and unfortunately, he's good at clickbait. So I think as long as he's still talking, people gonna still give him a platform to speak.
well,
Now, what he said, he started out said, I'm a conspiracy theorist. So obviously, he probably couldn't say it on here or didn't want to say it on here, didn't feel comfortable. What he really wanted to say is, I think all this shit is contrived. He so desperately probably wanted to say that, but he just went into bipolar, as you could kind of tell he pivoted. But he started out saying, I'm a conspiracy theorist, and this is obviously something ain't right, and I believe something, then he pivoted. So, yeah. If you watched him privately on his own channel or whatever, he'd probably give you a whole different vibe of what he really think it is.
White people are giving him a platform to speak. Alex Jones, man, he's a turd. You know, then you're talking about Donald Trump. Donald Trump turned his back on him. So you know, how good is that? You know, he's losing money, man, and he's pissing off people along the way, man. But you know,
is he losing money?
But still.
That's a good question. None of us have access to his bank statements. So we don't know if he's losing money or not. They could tell us anything. We can look at his bank statements and motherfucker could have been making money. Some bitches gaining weight. If this is contrived like I think it is, yeah, he can pay for this shit. Hell, you talking about?
Man. You know, he can use his platform to help us, the culture, our race. But rather he's gonna say something negative to put us all down, and they're looking at us.
That man said, then they're looking at us. See, this type of scary ass Negro right here, if it ever was a race, these type of Negroes right here, these niggas be the first niggas have to go. Yeah, these niggas right. Niggas like him, that's the face of cowardice. They looking at us. Oh, Lordy, they gonna seize us. Yeah, we can't have these type of niggas. This nigga's anti-gun. This nigga's anti-slingshot. This nigga's anti-everything that can defend yourself. And I wouldn't be surprised. I could be wrong. But he might be part of that community. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. That A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You know the community.
They're looking at you, Isaiah. They're looking at you, man, trying to define what he's talking about. And it's not up to us to define. Somebody needs to get him some help so he can stop the madness.
That motherfucker say, he looking at you, and Lord knows he's looking at me. Oh, Lord. I don't like them type of scary ass niggas. It is what it is, man. If motherfuckers looking at us, it ain't nothing different. They been looking at us. If motherfuckers don't like us, what's the difference? They been not liking us. So it really doesn't make too big of a difference. That's why I say this shit has zero effect on the Negro. But I'm not going to use that whole clip. Fair use. I was just using that video for educational purposes only. Let's take a look at this. They have a new head of the Democrats. I think his name is Hakeem Jeffries. They say he vows to work across the aisle. If I had $1 for every time I heard somebody say that shit, and then as soon as they get into Congress and Senate and start trying to work, they never work across the aisles.
Incoming House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries is vowing to seek common ground with Republicans as his party moves into the minority in the next Congress. And one of his...
And I don't know if he has a black mom and a white dad, or black dad and white mom. I don't know. But he looks biracial to me. And that's why I say, when they say the first black, now he could have a black, white, he could have two black parents. I don't know. But this whole thing of calling people black when they're half black and half white has to stop. They're biracial. There's nothing wrong with being biracial, but it does matter. You don't see no half black and half Chinese motherfucking president over in China, or Taiwan, or India, or nowhere else. You don't see a half Mexican and a half motherfucking Indian man, and he the president of India. You don't see it. Is there anything wrong with it? I'm going to say it again, no. But does it matter to people? Absolutely.
First interview since being elected top Democratic leader, he said that he will work across the aisle whenever possible to get things done. He also wants to show young people that anything is possible.
Demonstrate that any of us, from any day.
Look at that. It's some real nigga shit. Keep it real with Reverend Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton, that fucking snake in the grass who worked with the federal government. He's a federal agent. All that time, motherfucker thought he was some guy working for black people and marching back in the 80s and shit with all them perms. That nigga was nothing but a prosperity pimp and a federal agent.
including from places like Crown Heights, Bedford-Stuyvesant, or Central Brooklyn, can participate in our democracy at the highest level and perform at the highest level.
Jeffries makes history as the first black American to lead a party in Congress.
Well, unfortunately for that nigga, he gets to lead the party in Congress, but they don't have the numbers. So he's going in there powerless and limp-dicked. But good luck to the brother. He gonna need it in there. And I'm gonna end the video off with this last video of the day, you guys. Now, I covered the Colorado shooting. That was my last video. I covered the Colorado shooting, the Colorado LBG nightclub shooting, and I covered the Walmart mass shooting. And in that video, I said something that turned out to be 100% true. I said that a lot of times when there's gay club attacks or gay mass shootings, the suspect tends to be homosexual or LGBTQ. He tends to be one of those things. Man, I'm knocking shit out of the park over here. Negro Damas. At it again. Sports Life Politics TV. Where we get to the bottom of things. Let's take a look. Now, mind you, I said this before. Anybody said it on the news, on TV, I was the first nigga to say it on all of YouTube. Thank you very much. One second. I have control of these. Well, I don't know what the hell did happen with that. But my controller froze. Maybe I'll pick this video up on the next channel. But in this video, the man identified as a pronoun, and come to find out that was something that was out there that nobody was saying. And this man is obviously was a homosexual. So, you know what I mean? I appreciate you guys tuning in though, man. Watching the channel, supporting the channel, man. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I just took your ass on another sports, life, and politics TV ride. Peace.